Here we have drawn a vertical lines of symmetry. So let's write vertical lines of symmetry here. In second figure, we have drawn vertical as well as horizontal line of symmetry. So we'll write here vertical and horizontal line of symmetry. Next, we have symmetry in a plane shape. So here let's see how many lines of symmetry are possible. So just see here, already I have drawn one. In case of what are plane shape, let's understand first. So two-dimensional shapes are called plane shapes. Okay, so here pentagon we have, and here I have a square. So here let's check how many lines of symmetry are possible. So for a square, let's see first. So one line of symmetry vertical, one horizontal. Even we can draw this way also line of symmetry, so that the figure looks exactly same. Even we can draw this way so that the figure will look exactly same. So this way, let's see how many lines of symmetry we have drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, so let's write the name for the figure first. This is A figure, this is B figure. So for B figure, 4 lines of symmetry is possible. Next, let's see having a figure, that is pentagon. So let's draw the line of symmetry. So how can you identify the lines of symmetry? As many corners are there, those many lines of symmetry are possible. Okay, so let's see here. We can draw a line of symmetry like this. Then we can draw a line of symmetry this way. Then we have to draw this way. So in this way, it has 5 lines of symmetry. Now let's see the next concept, reflection. A reflection is the mirror image of an object. Yes, so when you stand front of mirror, image appears of yours. So that's nothing but the reflection. Okay, so just see here, I'll give you an example. This is a mirror, and if I place a mirror this way, the same kind of figure will appear. Okay, so this is called reflecting image. You can see here.
Tessellation. You all must have seen the repeated designs on a floor, ceiling, wall, quilts, etc. Each design has a pattern made of different shapes. This process of covering any flat surface with a pattern of 2D shapes such that no part remains uncovered or overlaps is called tessellation or tiling. The tessellation can either be made with a single 2D shape or a combination of more than one 2D shapes. All the shapes are being arranged in a special manner to get the patterns. Look at these arrangements of tiles. Here, patterns have been created using straight or curved lines. All the corners of a pattern meet at a point called vertex. Did you know we follow certain rules to tessellate a surface? They are: Rule 1. Tessellation must tile a surface without a gap or overlap. Rule 2. The tiles must be regular polygons and of the same size. Rule 3. Each vertex must look the same. Now, let us study different tessellations. Triangular tessellation. Triangular tessellation is where triangles are arranged in a pattern. This quilt is a tessellation made of triangles. Square tessellation. Square tessellation is where squares are arranged in a pattern. The squares meet edge to edge with no gaps and no overlapping areas. Look at this checkerboard. It is made up of squares. Here, each square meets another one at the vertex. Rectangular tessellation. The pattern of bricks on a wall is a tessellation made of rectangles.
Patterns. Number pattern. Number patterns are a sequence of numbers that are ordered based upon a rule. Every pattern has a rule. A number pattern is a sequence of numbers that grows or repeats according to a specific rule. For example, look at the first number pattern that starts at 10 and follows the rule add 10 to get to the next number. Thus, we get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. This is a growing pattern. Such patterns are also called as increasing or progressive patterns. Observe the screen and continue the pattern. We observe that the first number is 11. Thereafter, every next number is the multiple of 11. So the rule is multiple of 11. Using the rule, the pattern will continue with numbers 55, 66, 77, and 88. Look at this example. The pattern of numbers are 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Here the numbers 2, 3, and 4 are getting repeated again and again. So this type of pattern is called as repeating pattern. In a repeating pattern, we need to identify the portion of the pattern that is getting repeated. Like in this example, the numbers 2, 3, and 4 is getting repeated. The part of the patterns that gets repeated is called as pattern unit. Once we identify this pattern unit in a given repeated pattern, we can easily extend that pattern further. Identifying various rules in a number pattern. There are many ways to figure out the rule in a given pattern, such as 1. Use a number line to see the distance between the numbers or what they have in common. 2. Look at the first or the last few numbers to see if they repeat in a special manner. 3. Think about common number patterns like skip counting, multiplying by any number like 2 or 3. 4. Find the sum or difference of the numbers to identify the pattern rule and then extend the pattern using that rule. Let us see examples and identify the pattern rule. Continue the number pattern for the next three numbers 1, 4, 7, 10, dash, dash, and dash. Solution. Let us place the numbers on the number line and we can say that numbers start at 1 and jump 3 every time. So the pattern rule is add 3. Therefore, the next three numbers will be 13, 16, and 19. Let us see some different types of pattern now. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is equal to 16. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is equal to 25. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 is equal to 36. The sum of three consecutive odd numbers is 3 into 3, which is 9. The sum of four consecutive odd numbers is 4 into 4, which is 16. The sum of five consecutive odd numbers is 5 into 5, which is 25. So, this pattern allows us to write the sum of any number of consecutive odd numbers starting from 1 without actual adding. Observe the pattern and write the next number in the pattern. In this pattern, there are 7 consecutive odd numbers, so the sum will be 7 into 7, which is equal to 49. In this pattern, there are 8 consecutive odd numbers, so the sum will be 8 into 8, which is equal to 64. Let us see some interesting number patterns. Observe the patterns on the screen. Coding and decoding. You can make secret codes by representing number with alphabets. For instance, we can assign the following values. Vowels: A is equal to 6, E is equal to 8, I is equal to 4, O is equal to 2, U is equal to 10. Consonants: B is equal to 1, C is equal to 3, D is equal to 5, F is equal to 7, G is equal to 9, H is equal to 11, J is equal to 13, K is equal to 15, L is equal to 17, M is equal to 19, N is equal to 21, P is equal to 23, Q is equal to 25, R is equal to 27, S is equal to 29, T is equal to 31, V is equal to 33, W is equal to 35, X is equal to 37, Y is equal to 39, Z is equal to 41. Coding. So, to code the word cat, we find the numbers for each letter. Look up C and you'll find that C is equal to 3. Look up A and you'll find that A is equal to 6. Finally, look up T and you'll find T is equal to 31. So, cat is equal to 3631. Decoding. Now, let's decode a word and see what we get. Decode 529. What is 5? 5 is equal to D. What is 2? 2 is equal to O. What is 9? 9 is equal to G. So, 529 is dog. Codes are used by our military forces to keep confidential information from unauthorized eyes. In business also, confidential data is encoded to protect their trading secrets.
Rotational symmetry. An object is said to have a rotational symmetry if after a rotation, it looks exactly the same. Let us understand this in detail. You know that the hands of a clock rotate. The direction of rotation, like this, is called clockwise rotation, otherwise, it is said to be anti-clockwise. Note that, when an object rotates, its shape and size do not change. Here, the object rotates around a fixed point. This point is called the center of rotation. And the angle of turning during rotation is called the angle of rotation. A quarter turn means a rotation of 90 degrees, half turn means 180 degrees, while a rotation of full turn means a rotation of 360 degrees. Students, I am sure that you must have made a paper windmill. It looks symmetrical, but it has no line of symmetry. However, if you rotate it by 90 degrees about its center of rotation, it looks exactly the same. Here, in a full turn, we get 4 positions at which the windmill looks exactly the same. When it rotates through the angles of 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees as shown. Thus, a paper windmill has a rotational symmetry of order 4. The order of rotation is the number of times an object looks exactly the same in a complete turn of 3.
Have here exercise 4.2. Draw how these shapes will look after they are turned clockwise. So we have to turn clockwise, and that too in 1/4 turn. Okay, so 1/4 turn means we have to move it to the 90 degree. So when we move to the 90 degree, this will move here, isn't it? These 2 dots will come here, and this single dot will come this side. So we have to draw the same figure, okay, and these 2 dots will move here, and 1 single dot will come to the right side. And if it is half turn means completely we have to cover the 180 degrees. So this dot will come here, and single dot will come this side. Okay, so let's draw and understand. So 1/4 turn means these 2 dots will shift here, and this single turn will come to the 1/4 position this side. And when it is half turn, okay, so these 2 dots will come here, and this will appear here. So that is what complete half rotation, isn't it? Now let's see the pattern of this figure. Now let's understand the picture pattern. I have made a cutout. You can just see it's an L shape. Okay, so that will help you to understand the pattern. And this shape has 2 lines here. Okay, so 1/4 rotation means it will be in this position. So which is already I have drawn. So where does the 2 lines comes? The 2 lines will come here. Okay, next again I have to make 1/4 turn, so that makes it half. So I need to make this. So let's draw 2 lines here. So that completes our half rotation. Okay, this is how we have to understand and complete the picture pattern. Next we have what will come next. Our next picture pattern. So here it has completed half. Next, again 1/4 is completed. To make full circle, again this much part is left. So we have to draw this shape, and then like this. So now this dot will come here, and this is how it has completed its pattern. Now let's see this. Okay, so this has completed half turn. Okay, and after making half turn, okay, it will become this way, and this again when made it half turn, it has become this way. And now let's make the half turn, and let's see what pattern will form. So the next pattern form will be in this manner. Okay,